بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. So today we're going to talk about the detestable acts of the prayer. Detestable acts means that it will not, if you did not do these things, it will not invalidate your prayer. Your prayer is still valid, acceptable, inshallah. There is a difference between validity and acceptance of the worship that we do to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is acceptance, means that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has accepted this one. Validity of the worship means that this worship is according to the requirements. Let's say, if we can use this terminology, it's according to the requirements. If it is according to the requirements, then it depends on how you performed it and how what is the intention you have in your heart. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may accept, and especially for the prayer, you know that the prayer itself, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala might accept it as a full prayer. Sometimes He accepts it, exalted be He, as a part of that one, like portions, like one of 10 or something like that. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about as we said, the detestable acts, and it is detestable to turn around. The first point that we have in this class, it is detestable to turn around. Means some people sometimes when they are praying, he's praying like that, okay, and he's looking here, looking there, here, there. Where should I look when I'm praying? Should I close my eyes? Should I open my eyes? Where should I face? Should I face straight forward like this, or what to do? Or should I face the place where I put my forehead? Okay, the sunnah is that you have to open it. You open your eyes. This is the sunnah, because it has not been narrated from the Prophet ﷺ that he was closing his eyes while praying. Okay. However, some of the scholars, they said, like Imam al-Nawawi, and Imam al-Nawawi, he's Shafi'i, they said, if you have a problem, okay, like sometimes, for example, you have something facing you, like movements, people moving here and there, they are distracting you, so you want to avoid this distraction, you close your eyes for this reason, it's okay, as long as I'm getting that tranquility while I'm closing my eyes. But this is not the sunnah. Why he said that, Imam al-Nawawi, why he did say that? It is not the sunnah. He's not telling you to do something which is not the sunnah. In fact, when the scholars sometimes give you a fatwa for about something, you should know that they are making comparison or evaluating the goodness and badness. Like tranquility, what is the importance of tranquility? This is, I'm saying, opening your eyes is a sunnah only, because the Prophet ﷺ was doing like that. Well, he was opening his eyes while he's praying. But if I am losing tranquility because of following the sunnah, which is more important? The sunnah is more important, or my tranquility, which is one of the integral parts of the prayer, rukun, pillar of the prayer? If I'm losing tranquility, if I'm losing the tuma'nina, if I'm moving fast, tranquility, by the way, khushu', which is wajib, okay, integral part, which is tuma'nina, means sometimes I'm nervous, I'm praying fast because, I'm not feeling well in this situation because so many people, it's crowded. Sometimes we are praying at the street, for example. If you catch up, if you feel that you will not catch up the time, especially for when you have like a place and they have wudu and everything is okay with you, everything is okay, I can pray right now, you can pray at the street, no problem, it's okay. I feel sometimes this is kind of dawah. It's like a kind of reminding people about the prayer. It's like kind of inviting people to abide by Islam practices. So whenever you have there is no time, the time will pass your prayer. You will not catch up with the time. When I reach my back home, I will not catch up. So I pray in the street. So let's go back. Now, if I'm losing tranquility or I'm losing sunnah, let me lose the sunnah. Okay, so close your eyes at that time. Now, I'm looking. Where should I look? Up, down, here, there, left, right? No, I have to look. The sunnah is that you look on the place, look at the place, sorry, at the place where you will put your forehead. So I'm looking like this here. Okay, I'm looking at the place where I will put my forehead. This is number one. Turning around is a detestable. It will not invalidate your prayer. It will not invalidate your prayer unless this is your chest. I'm talking about the head now. Okay, this is your, unless you turn around all the way, the back, all the way back, means that you are giving your back to the qibla. This say they said it might invalidate your prayer unless otherwise there is something that pushed you or something like that. Sometimes in Mecca, yani, for example, it's so much crowded, especially for those who are praying in the near the Kaaba, where the circumference they are doing, which is tawaf, we call it. Okay, so at that time, sometimes people that are rushing here and there, sometimes they push you. Okay, so this is okay because it's not because of you. It's not with your full intention. Okay, this is against your intention. So no need to repeat your prayer because I have seen some people there when they go to Mecca, especially when they pray at the close to the Kaaba. Whenever someone passes in front of them or someone push them or something like that, they restart the prayer and recommence the prayer again. And there is no time, by the way. Sometimes there is no time to pray. And just like you need to do 2 rak'ahs, it's hardly to do 2 rak'ahs at that time. It's too crowded. So finish and go. Let the other people come and pray in your place. Also, it is detestable to look towards the sky during the prayer. It is detestable. Don't look at the sky because there is a hadith. I'm not mentioning the hadith, every hadith, but what is wrong with those people? The Prophet ﷺ, one day he said, what is wrong with those people who are looking towards the sky during the prayer? Means some people they were praying and doing like that. You know, sometimes when you do dua, you do the prostration dua, supplication, you do like this. This is out of the prayer. While you are praying, don't look don't look at the sky. This is not from our religion. Maybe it's from our other religions. So don't do like that because they should stop. The Prophet ﷺ, he said they should stop or else their eyesight would be taken away. This is like a kind of like a warning from the Prophet ﷺ, looking towards the sky during the prayer. There is a warning from the Prophet ﷺ not to look at the sky while you are praying. So don't turn around. Don't look straight forward. Don't look at the sky because there is a clear hadith that it's preventing us from looking at the sky, okay, while we are praying. As we have previously mentioned, he says, the author of the book, only one should look only at the position of the prostration during the prayer, as we said. Okay? sometimes, please just like 1 second, give me a few minutes. It's okay. As we said, if you are losing your focus, then you can do the thing that will make you get that tranquility or you focus on your prayer. But one thing also you have to take in your account, because now we are saying that this one. What we have said, the Prophet ﷺ, he disliked for us to pray in places where we have like engravements or some like ornaments or something like that. This is unacceptable. Not unacceptable, let's say it's the kind of detestable. It's disliked. Why? Because of that. Yeah, maybe some people they are praying on a prayer mat. It is full of engravements, full of ornaments or drawings or something like that. Then for them, even the Prophet ﷺ, he himself, he was like wearing some kind of clothes given to him by someone as a gift. Then he, after the prayer, he said he took this out. He said, I don't want this one anymore. Because why? Because like it was distracting me while I was praying. So the Prophet ﷺ, he himself. This is why we have a hadith that mentions that it is detestable to have ornaments, so much ornaments in the masjid, in the jami. Now someone will say, oh, well, all the masjids are now having. It is having. Yes, we know, on all the world. Okay, They have ornaments, they have like maybe Arabic scripts, they have like verses from the Quran. Everything is available there sometimes in the masjid. Some of the masjids, even the prayer mats, it's like full of ornaments or something like that, and you start to count while you are praying. You count like how many stars are there, how's like the methodology of this ornament, how it's coming while you are praying. So because of distraction, it is not like preferable like to have mats or something in front of us that distracts us. So if you have like this, because we have most of the prayer mats nowadays, or no, most of the carpets in the masjids, mostly it has like this kind of things. So you can do like this. You can close your eyes, or maybe you can look somewhere else, but don't look at the sky. Okay? Don't look at the sky. It is detestable to close one eye during the prayer, as we said, unnecessarily, as this is the Jewish practice, as we said. It is not from our religion. They are, when they pray, they are doing like that. So we are, as Muslims, it is required from us to let's say, it's required from us not to imitate non-Muslims. It is required from us. It is obligation, in fact. It's not to imitate the non-Muslims in their behaviors that is related to their religion, especially that is related to their religion. Maybe some people, some before, well, like I have some friends with me, they are like want to practice Islam or something like that. He was saying like I'm not changing my clothes. I have to wear like shirt or something like that. I don't like to wear jeans, for example. Why you are not wearing jeans? Because jeans has come from non-Muslims. I told him this is not religion. Yeah, everything is coming. This mobile is coming from non-Muslims. So what is the problem? You can use it. This is not really related to religion. Things that are related to religion. Number one, or things that are a sign for non-Muslims. Sign means like, in the sense like, sometimes the bishops, they are wearing like full black with like one color here, then it's like so all black with like one white square here. You cannot, because this is a religious wear clothes. Okay, so you cannot wear like this. It is forbidden to wear like that, because you are saying like I'm a bishop, like, for example, anyone will see you, you say like you are non-Muslim. Okay, a priest. So the things that are related to non-Muslims in their religion, okay, or things that are a sign or symbol of them, like they are doing something, this is only them, so once you do it, you will be like them, or someone will say, they will think that you are like them. It is prohibited to follow them. So this is why they are closing their eyes. Jewish people, they are closing their eyes while praying. So we are not doing like that. Also, also for those people who are like uh, feeling strange when, as I told you, maybe in the previous classes, I told you like when I was praying one day, I was praying in the public park. Okay, I was praying there, so I started to pray directly. I was having ablution, I was having wudu, then I started saying Allahu Akbar and started to pray. Even I don't have a prayer mat, nothing, yani. And I was wearing my shoes. So someone came to me after I finished my prayer. He said, "How you pray with your shoes? You have to take it off." Yani. I told him why. This is the sunnah. In fact, this is the sunnah. The Jewish people, they were wearing their shoes, ripping their shoes while they're praying. Okay, we as Muslims, we are praying with our shoes or whatever we are wearing. But nowadays, because we are entering masjids are clean. It's like with furnished with carpet. You cannot go inside with you cannot go inside like with this with our dusty or unclear or dirty shoes inside. This is why we are taking it off. Whenever you have a chance to pray with your shoes, as long as they are clean in the sense of how someone will say how it is clean. It is shoes after all. No, clean means there is no najasa, major impurity. If there is no major impurity, just look at it. Okay, there is no major impurity, najasa, which is called dust. It's already normal. You are walking the streets, dust, mud, maybe it's okay. So pray with the shoes. No need to take it off, because this is the real sunnah. In fact, the Prophet ﷺ was praying with the khuf, which is like leather shoes, inside the masjid, because at that time, it was furnished with not carpet, it was furnished with aggregates, small gravels, small stones, I mean. And he was praying with that. And I have mentioned the hadith that time when we were talking about the najasa. He took it off because Jibril alayhi salam told him that there is najasa or something like that. He ripped it off and he take it out. And the Sahaba, they did like that. He said, don't do like that. Why did you do that? He said, we saw you, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We are following you. He said, no, don't do it, because Jibril alayhi salam, he came to me and he told me that there is najasa. This is why I took them off. Otherwise, keep it. Okay, they thought that there is revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying that no, now it's not acceptable to pray with the shoes. Now people, they are like nowadays, even sometimes people go inside the masjid, they are having their own leather like chorap or like leather socks or something like that, which is shoes. uh what they call it, uh uh mes charabe they call it, and they are wearing, and they go there inside and they pray, which is okay, nice. It's kind of like, you can say it is kind of chorab, or you can say it's kind of like wear for the food, shoes or so, whatever the case might be. Okay, when you raise your head after the prostration, do not squat as a dog squats. This is detestable. Dog squats, even imitating the animals with our movements or gestures or postures when we are praying, that when we are positions, when we are praying, don't imitate animals. So the Prophet ﷺ, he said, don't, when you are sitting, some people, they are sitting like that. Maybe some people, they are sitting like that. I will give you two positions or two situations where the people, they are imitating the dog. Either you don't put your hand on your knees while you are sitting between two prostrations. One prostration, then you sit, then you again say, while sitting, even in between prostrations or whatever, while you are sitting, this sit for tashahhud, for example. Maybe some people, they are not putting their hands over their thigh or knees. We said that you have to catch like this while you are sitting. Okay, put your fingers should be like covering your knees, and the other on your thigh. Okay, you catch your knees while you are sitting. Maybe if you are putting, some people, they are putting their hands on the ground. This is just like the sitting of the dog. Sometimes this is like rare, okay, but mostly some other people, they are sitting their legs, okay, they're shifting their legs both sides, and they put their butts on the ground itself. So this is a kind of sit of a dog also. Okay, so avoid doing like that. And also for the hands, they call it the sit of the lion. The sit of the lion, while you are doing the prostration sujood, they are putting, and we talked about this one last time, you put all your arm on the ground. This is detestable. You put it like this. Your palm only should touch the ground, and your arm shouldn't touch the ground. This is they call, there is a hadith, it is called the sit of the lion. So you don't sit like this way. It is detestable to put one's forearms flat on while prostrating, stretching them. This is what I said now. And perform the prostration properly, and do not put your forearms flat with elbows touching the ground like a dog also. Okay? It is detestable as well to trifle in prayer, such as playing with one's leg, beard, garment, or anything else during prayer, or playing with one's hand on the ground, and so on. Some people, they are doing like that. Okay, while praying, some people, they are doing like that. Okay, clicking their nodes in their fingers. Some people, they are doing like this. Some people, they are like doing like that. Okay, for no reason. For no reason. Okay, these are like things that are detestable while you are praying, unless there is a reason for that. I need to scratch. Okay, no problem. But people, they are playing, doing nothing, just like he's doing like that, thinking maybe, I don't know. It is not acceptable. It is detestable to do this while praying. Among the detestable acts is placing one's hands on one's waist during prayer. Maybe some people, they are not doing like that. You should do like this. Sorry, let me show you. You're doing like that. But by the way, some people they are putting their right on your left, on your chest. This is one of the opinions of the scholars on the chest. Okay, some of the scholars like Hanbali, Hanafi, they say Maliki, they sorry, Shafi, they are saying that put it like here in the middle in this. Okay, a little bit down, then go left little bit, next closer to your heart. And Hanafi, you know that they are putting on the here on the navel. It is okay, no problem with these things. Okay, then placing hands. But some people, what do? They are doing like that. Maybe they are touching here, like he's doing like that. Okay, or people doing like this. Maybe. Okay, it is not acceptable to do like that. Okay. Uh, as we said, interlacing one's fingers in and cracking the cankles, as this is I have mentioned like this one. The people they're doing like that, and there is a hadith mentioned regarding with this regard. Also, it is also detestable one to perform prayer while there is some distracting things in front of one, such as like drawing or no. We are already talked about this one. Don't put yourself in this kind of situation. Means if I'm having like if I'm facing a drawing or something like that, try to avoid this one. So because you are putting yourself in a situation that you might lose your tranquility. So it is detestable to pray in a places where there are so many distracting things. People are talking, you go, oh, you don't care. I will pray now here. People are like, there are so many drawings, as we said, maybe children, blah, 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 all these things. If you are having another place which is better than that, go and do it.
So, brother, we have also a question about the shoes in prayer. She asks, does it mean we can pray outside with our shoes even if we have a prayer mat?
Again, without a prayer mat or with the prayer mat?
With a prayer mat, but can I still pray with my shoes on?
Yeah, if you think that you will not like the dirt will not like reach to the prayer mat. Like for example, if you are standing outside the prayer mat, sometimes we do like that. If I have a prayer mat and I want to pray with my shoes, I will not step on my prayer mat. Okay, I will step outside. Then when I'm going down for prostration, I will go on my prayer mat. Understood? You understand my explanation? I will not step on it so as not to get dirty because of my dirty shoes. Okay. Otherwise, if you don't care, you will go back home and you will wash it. No problem. You can step on it. It is. I'm saying why we are doing that like that nowadays. If you are saying, oh teacher, if you are saying like it is sunnah to take off your shoes, not to take off your shoes while praying. You should pray with your. The sunnah is to pray with the shoes. Why we are not doing that nowadays? Because we are praying in a clean places nowadays. We are praying in a carpet furnished places. This is why we are doing like that nowadays. But the thing is, the sunnah is, and try to do it. The sunnah we have to do it. We have to do it like from time to time. You try to do this one. If you have a clean clothes, clean shoes, or if you are praying outside, do it with this intention. This is a sunnah. So some people I'm seeing them praying in the street, he's taking off his shoes. Why? You have sharab, you have socks. You are wearing socks. You're standing on the street with your socks and praying on with your socks. Dirt will come to your socks because of what? You are not following the sunnah even. Okay.
Brother, she's
Some
asking
people.
now, I'm sorry to cut you. How can we make sure the shoes are clean? And another
Nice.
sister, just a second, another sister is saying outside we go into public bathrooms, for example, with our shoes.
Nice. Very good question. Very good question. Impurity. Major impurity is that you have to sense it. You have to smell it. You have to see it. As long as I'm not seeing, not smelling, not tasting anything, that's it. It's clean. Don't think, oh, maybe I go, I like a man. Are you sure? No, I'm not sure. 100%? No, I'm not sure. That's it. Finished, my dear. It is clean. the original situation or the original status of you and in your clothes is that it is clean. Other than that, you have to have 100% sure or certainty that it is having a major, which is called najasa, major impurity. So the scholars said no one should say I am impure. Never do like that, because the shaitan will come to you, then it will tell you for at any time he will come to you and tell you that, and tells you that you are impure, impure, impure. Then you will start to wash, clean, redo the ablution, and that time you will have this endless circle of uncertainty of my cleanliness or purity. So stop it unless you find it. I'm looking on my, like, I'm just checking my feet. I'm checking my shoes. Oh, there is nothing. There is nothing. Okay, that's it. Go ahead. I went to the toilets, public toilets, and I got out. When you walk outside 3 meters, you walk outside, and now it is clean. The Prophet ﷺ, when they told him the companions, the female companions, when they told him that, he asked them to loosen their like skirts like down, so as it could touch the ground while they are moving. They said it might get dirt. He said the next, like, if you get dirt from at that time, it was not like nowadays. They were walking on the sandy grounds, like it was desert or something like that. If you are moving like here, if it gets dirt next few meters, it will get clean in the sense of what we don't have like at that nowadays. We have like detergents to and washing machines and powders, and then what they call it now, strategy, what they call it, like the softeners for the clothes and all these things. They don't have it. Like, just like if it is clean, the minimum requirement for cleanliness, if the dust will come and touch it, that's it, finish, it is clean now. Understood. Answer the call of nature. Like if someone he wants to go for prayer, okay. By the way, anything that if you are praying in a place hang on the wall, which resembles idolatry, which means, like, we call it idolatry, means the asnam, like resembles like hung on the walls or something like that. It is not acceptable. It is detestable to pray there or to do prayers there. As Umar ibn Khattab, when he entered one of the churches, he prayed in the place where there is no these drawings or idolatries. Okay. Other thing is that this is why there is a conflict between the scholars, between according to this one, is it acceptable, the prayer acceptable or not acceptable? But it is detestable to pray in the places where there is idolatries or some like of paintings that resembles the shirk, which is like a monotheism or something like that. If you are sometimes you need to go to call for the call of nature, like someone who wants to go to the bathroom, it is detestable to pray. You say, now I'm having wudu, but I need to go to the toilet. But let me pray first, then I go, because I'm having wudu now. So let me pray first, then I will go to the toilet. I don't need to repeat and redo the wudu again. And it is detestable to pray while I'm having need to go to the toilet. Why? Because having the need to go to the toilet will distract you while you are praying. Maybe you will be in a hurry, just I want to finish fast so I can go to the toilet, so on and so forth. So this is not it is disliked, detestable to do this. Being disturbed by the extreme hot or cold weather, for example, if you are praying outside, it is too hot for you or it is too cold for you, then you can leave. Don't pray at this place because you feel maybe you will not be able to pray with tranquility. I will lose my focus, as our sister said like this few minutes ago. I will lose my focus. I'm feeling so cold, so how can I pray here? Let me go. and I pray in a place where I feel uh, comfortable. Extreme hunger and thirst, and whenever you serve the food, it is not required from you to go for the prayer, even if it is a Jamaat prayer for those who are for males who are going to the masjid, for example. He wants to go to the masjid for prayer. But if you put the food, or if you put the water and you need to drink, or if you put the food and you need to eat, you have a desire to eat. So you can leave the prayer. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will count it for you. Allah the most generous. He knows that you wanted to go to the masjid. He knows that you are every time you go to the masjid. But now you are feeling hungry. So the food is there, served already. Served already. So you don't leave the food, then you go to the masjid, then your mind will be, yes, I want to go fast, coming back fast because I want to. If you have the desire. But if the food is served and you don't have the desire to eat now, it's okay for you, even if after few minutes, 20 minutes, like 30 minutes, like after you go and come back, it's okay for you. It is not detestable to go to the masjid. At this situation only. It is detestable when the food is served and you desire it. When the water or liquid comes and you desire it, you have the desire. It is detestable. Now finish, then you go. If you can catch up. If you don't catch up, so it's okay. Do it. Okay? You don't have the desire, then go for the prayer. It is not detestable to go for the prayer because of the food, because of your situation. It is not related to the food. By the way, this rule is not related to the food itself. It is related to you. Understood? Okay. It is also detestable to perform prayer in the presence of the delicious food. We said this one. And prostration restricted to the forehead, excluding the nose. It is detestable. We talked about this one. I told you that this your head this means that this is your forehead and your nose are your head. So some people, they are praying and putting their forehead only without their nose. It is detestable. So your head and nose is your forehead and nose is your head. So when I'm saying we have to put our head on the ground for the prostration, means we have to put our forehead and nose. Okay. It is also detestable to wipe whatever attaches to one's forehead. Sometimes you are praying in an area like there is like some kind of like dirt, especially if you are praying on the street, for example. So whenever you put your forehead on the ground, maybe some things will stick here. Okay, some pieces of sand or something like that. Don't do every time. Don't clean it until you finish your prayer. It is detestable. Put your head. You are putting your head on the ground for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, your creator. Whatever touches your head, which is dirt, okay, you have to accept it because you are doing this one for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm putting my head on the dust, on the ground for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't every time do cleaning while you are praying. Every time, 2 times in per rak'ah, 2 times per rak'ah, sujood, prostration. So one, again, don't do like this every time. That's it. Finish one time and that's it. Once you finish your prayer. Okay. And also for cleaning the area. If you can clean the area before you put your forehead, before you start the prayer, clean the area. Clean it before you start the prayer. But while you are praying, don't do cleaning. It is not cleaning time. It is prayer time. You didn't clean it before the prayer, so don't clean while praying. No need to bring you like detergents and brushes and to clean. Okay? Even don't do like this. Never. Okay? Unless some of the companions, they said, if you have aggregate means small stones or small gravel, that hurts you when you put your head, just like do one time, do like this. So it will be smooth. There will be like one level. So once you put your forehead on the ground, it will be easy for you. So for example, we are praying on the, if I'm praying on tile or if I'm praying on concrete finished area, maybe there is a small aggregate on there. So once I put my forehead, it will hurt me. So that one I could take it away. Okay, one time I will take it away, that's it, and I will pray. It's not the intention of cleaning the area for my forehead, It's not the intention to clean every time when I go there. And don't clean your forehead every time. It's one time. Cleaning before start, cleaning after you finish your forehead. Just like if you want to level the ground, not cleaning, level the ground or remove what hurts you when you put your forehead. Otherwise, if we are like we want to be like honest, don't need to move it even. Put your forehead a little bit 2, 3, 5 centimeters aside. It's like one piece of aggregate here. Put your face here. Doesn't require even. But I'm telling you, leveling, if the ground is full of aggregate, you need to level it. Okay? Because that time, the Prophet ﷺ, it was full of aggregate. The masjid was furnished with aggregate. There was no even carpets. Uh, now we have come to the end. If we have some questions, this is the end of our class for today. This are the detestable acts. If you have questions, we can
Yes, thank you
take
so
your
much.
questions.
Jazakallah khairan, brother. Yes, we have a couple of questions. One of them being that one sister is saying that they have, for example, toys, okay, or some things that are resemble living things in the room, okay.
Mm, mm,
This thing belongs to her roommate, and she asks her to cover it while they are praying, but she
mm,
doesn't. So for example, we can say like a bear toy or something like so. So, what
mm,
is the ruling in this case?
mm. Toys are not like idols. Toys are not the things that we are doing putting for toys are exception. Aisha radiallahu anha, she was having toys resembles the horses of Suleiman, and it was horses that would have having two wings. Okay, so this is acceptable for the toys. It is acceptable for the drawings that are on the bed sheets or the pillows or something like that that are in use. We are using these things. Okay, these are not considered as things that prevents the angels from coming to the house, because you know that the prophet, she's mentioning or she's referring to the hadith of the prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that said that in al-malaikata la tadkhulu baytan fihi kalbun aw sura, the angels will not enter a house which has a dog or has idols or paintings. Surah means idols or paintings in Arabic. Okay, so if you have a painting or like a photography for someone or painting of a living thing, okay, and the meaning of living thing is the face, head. So, for example, if someone who draw a man without head, okay, you know the kind of drawing is called surrealism. Like for example, if I'm putting a man body of man and putting head apple, for example, his head is apple. Okay, so this is surrealism, they call it. So there is nothing with this one. It's okay. If I'm drawing a man, face of a man, head of a man, without body, only the face, it is not acceptable. إنما صورة الرأس. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said that the painting or the photo, it means the living thing. I'm talking about the living thing. Is the head itself. Okay, the head itself resembles a living thing like animal or human being. That is unacceptable, haram. Okay, other than that, part of the head, okay, like this one, okay, he's making like apple, as I told you, this is surrealism, they call it. Or even Aisha radiallahu anha, she was having like this kind of like idols. And the Prophet ﷺ, when he told her that this is not acceptable, she took out the heads, and she said that after I took out the heads of these idols, it was resembling men. She said it became like a tree trunk. After that, I removed the heads from these. It became like a tree trunks. Okay, so it's okay now. So toys are not idols, not paintings that are related to living things. Toys are acceptable because what is the rule of that one? Number one, as we said, the painting, which is it is the head only. Okay, if there is a head only, it is haram. If it is head with body, haram. Body without head, it's okay. And if it is full head and body, but it is used. Used means a photo of a human, photo of a tiger, photo of a lion. It is printed on a pillow or printed on my blanket, on my bed sheet, on my curtains or whatever. It is okay. Toys are okay also because used for use. Understood.
Yes, she is asking another question. Is it okay to draw a person with a head without a face, without details of the face, only head?
Where's the head? If there is no face, where's the head? Beard only means,
So a
for
circle,
example.
for example, a circle and a body, but no eyes, nose, mouth, for example.
Okay, nice. Okay. Ah, by the way, yeah, you can. Okay, it's okay. And by the way, the drawings which are related to cartoons, for example, they are drawing beard. Okay, they are drawing animals like lions, like dogs, or something like that. But these are not real dog. Once you see these, a cartoon resembles a dog, but there is no dog like that. It is acceptable. Understood.
Yes, Ustad.
Nowadays in the cartoons, you see it's not a lion. It is not a real lion. He's resembling the lion. Yeah, there is hair like this. Yeah, lion. But this is a cartoon
Yes.
face. This is okay.
So she's asking also about photos of people in the room. Her roommate, she has
Photos,
photos. Can she pray in the
photos
same
of
room?
photos of people having photos for people. It's okay. But some of the scholars, which I believe, they said don't put the photos, hanging the photos or putting on the tables, or don't put it like that. Be- You know what? Two things that makes this haram. First of all, haram. Why it is haram? Because the people sometimes, not the photos, I'm talking about the paintings. People are imitating Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's mentioned in the hadith, the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He's drawing someone, his face. This is haram. Now the photograph, the photo, which is a camera, it is not imitating. So the first part is okay now because I'm not imitating the creation of Allah. It is the same person. I'm taking reflection of his face or her face in my camera. So in this part, I'm okay. The second thing they said, why the Prophet ﷺ, he prevented us from hanging photos, putting idols, something like that in our homes, or it is not acceptable even outside the homes, because they said that these things was the reason of the shirk after years, after years. Like for example, what happened with the nation of Nuh alayhi salam, when they were like making idols for the good people. They were good people, but after 100 years, or maybe hundreds or 200 or 300, the new generation will come. He will see that their fathers, grandfathers, ancestors, they were like looking at those people with a great way, and they're respecting those people so much, okay, and they are saying that they are like brave people or like generous people or good people or so on and so forth of these things. They will not understand they were like that. The shaitan will come to them. This is mentioned in the hadith. The shaitan will come to them, and he said, your ancestors or your grandfathers and fathers, they were doing like that because they were worshipping them. So after years, like after 500 years, we don't know, like after 200, 500, 300, the people will start to worship that person. And this is what happened, in fact, with the nation of Nuh alayhi salam. Yaghuth, Suwa', Ya'uq, Nasra, which are mentioned, those names are mentioned in the Quran. These are for a good people. They were doing good deeds. They were nice people. They were following Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala instructions, practicing religion, but the people started to worship them because of the idols that the people after idols for those people. The shaitan himself, he told them. After they died, they told him to make these idols so you can remember them whenever you go there. You can remember them. So whenever you remember them, you will do good deeds like them. So they, with this nice intention, with this good intention, they started to do this. So they did the idols with good intention, by the way, huh? With good intention. After that, people started to worship. So this reason is available nowadays. So some of the scholars, they said, like, if you are putting a person's photo on the wall, years after years after years after years, people might start to give that person like something which is more than a human, and this happens in sometimes in some countries. It happens nowadays, even nowadays.
Yes, Jazakallah khair. She's asking also about a mirror. Can she pray in a room with a big mirror that she cannot cover?
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. So we have one more question and then another one. So about the shoes, because we spoke about the shoes, I want to make sure, is it okay to wipe over the shoes as well, just like the socks ruling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the last question we have from the brother, if you have other questions, please write them down because we are about to finish, inshallah. He wanted to make sure about this ruling of how to say, aligning the rows, okay, movements of salah. So he's saying in the first row, if the row is complete and there's no place for another man, then the next one that will come, he can tap one person from the row number one to take him back and start row number two. So he's asking, is this correct? Is this accepted or not? Because he's saying the movement of this brother who was praying, it will not invalidate his prayer if he goes to from row one to two. Is this correct or not?
I think this one, maybe the next class we will talk about this one, how we will join the congregational prayer and the ethics or the rules of how to join the congregational prayer, Jama'ah. But let's talk about this one. Some of the scholars, the Prophet ﷺ, he said, إن الله لا يقبل صلاة لمنفرد خلف الصف. That means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not accept the prayer for someone who's praying alone behind the line. So here, in this situation, the scholars, they said they had two opinions. Some of them, they said, he's coming and the first line or the front line in front of him, it is full. He cannot have a place. So they said he will try to find a place. He didn't find a place. Should he pray alone behind the row, or should he take someone? Some of the scholars, he said he should take someone from the front and come back, let him come back with you, and he stand with you. This way you will not be alone praying, and now you are safe. This is one of the opinions. For me, the other opinion, they said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, inna Allah la yukallifu nafsan illa wus'aha. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't burden a soul over its capacity. Means this is what you do. I will not pray. I came to the masjid and I'm seeing people are praying. And what will I do? It's not in my hand. Okay? So they said he didn't find place here, he didn't find place there, he will pray alone. Okay? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive him. This is acceptable. This is hadith is related for those who are praying alone with their intention. There is a place. Sometimes you are coming late and the row the masjid is big and the row is long. So if you want to catch up with the prayer, you don't want to lose the rak'ah. But what you say, instead of going there, it will take me some time. Then maybe the imam will raise up from there and I will lose this rak'ah. So what do? They stand, or sometimes out of laziness, he doesn't want to walk more. So he started to create a new line. However, the line in front of him has not completed. And sometimes you find in some masjid, like this line is not completed, the behind is not completed, then they start to open a new line to create the third line. Last three lines are not completed, all of them. This is haram. So he said that they said that the meaning of this hadith is that don't create a new line unless the first line, the front line, the line means in the front of you, first line, second line, third line, unless you make sure that this line is finished, completed, then you have to create the other line. Otherwise, it will be a mess. Like we have sometimes in some masjids. This is not finished, this is not finished. So why are you creating new lines? You have places here and there, but they are lazy, or sometimes in a hurry, just want to join. Then this is why the warning came here. Those who are opening and creating new lines, their prayer will not be acceptable because they are creating line and there is a place. And this is what I believe. And this is the opinion I believe in. So whenever I come, I will not take someone from the front line to take him to my. Once I see that there is no place for me, I will play Allahu Akbar because this is what I can do, and I didn't create this line because and I'm having a place there. There is no place. This is why I started. Now other people also they said, now we are taking this person from the front. Will you invalidate it? It will not invalidate his prayer, but you want to close some issue. You want to close some problem. There is a problem with me now because I cannot pray alone. So I will bring someone from this line, from the front line. I will come. I will solve my problem. But in fact, I created another problem. I've made a gap in the front line. How will this be? I'm solving. This is like kind of like greediness, if we can say. I'm solving my problem, but I will create problem in my front line. Other thing is they said that this guy he came early, and he came to that line, and he got the reward of that line. You know the lines. The first line is better than the second. Second is better than the third, and so on and so forth. So you are, for example, you are taking someone from the first line and take him to the second line. Take him to the second line. Why are you putting him back, distracting him while pushing him back or pulling him back, distracting him, making a gap in that line, and taking this guy from the preferable line, better line. You are taking him from the better line backwards. So I feel, as I studied this one, I feel that no need to do this. And by the way, there is no hadith. There is no hadith that saying take someone from, drag someone, pull someone. There is no hadith. It is like opinion of the scholars to avoid this problem. Okay, so I feel that there is no problem. I'm following the second opinion. If you want to follow the first opinion, it's opinion available.
Yes, Jazakallah khairan, brother. Just to conclude, inshallah, just to make a point, is that also a point of this question is that this movement of the brother from row 1 to 2 and the movement of people to close the gap in row number 1, it does not invalidate their prayer. Is this correct or not?
No, it will not invalidate. This is required. Like for example, someone, if I'm praying in the second line, and the first line there's someone who left the prayer. Maybe he remembered that he doesn't have ablution, or he revoked his ablution while praying, and he left the prayer for any reason. He left the prayer. So now I have a gap in front of me. I have to move to close it because it is required from the Prophet ﷺ. He has to close the gaps. He asked me, the Prophet ﷺ himself, to close the gaps. So I have to move, go and close the gap. Okay, it is duty. Some people, they think that it is not required. How I'm praying, how can I move from here to there, close the gap? But by the way, don't close the gaps far away from you. Means like, especially if you are praying in Mecca, Medina, sometimes you find gaps. There are. Okay, so maybe someone who is praying, maybe he will move like 30 meters to close the gap. No, it will invalidate your prayer. I'm talking about the next gap. Okay, you are responsible for your front gaps. The other gaps, you are not responsible for it. Okay, for these, you are not responsible.
Yes, clear. Jazakallahu khairan. So if we don't have any other questions, we can complete the class here, and we can see you next week, inshallah, at the same time. Jazakallah khairan, brother. We can read the Kafaratul Majlis. Closing dua.
سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. رب اغفر لنا وارحمنا وتب علينا وزدنا علما يا رب العالمين. جزاكم الله خيرا. Thank you so much, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may reward us for attendance and for taking this time for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and makes us a people who are a guidance for others, inshallah. Thank you so much.
آمين. جزاكم الله خيرا. See you next week, inshallah. في أمان الله.